Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you had a great week. Today is February 25th, 2022, and this is your Friday planning video. So this has been a week full of news, and much of it not so good. The world stage has been taken over by the Russians, and this is causing the stock market to be even more volatile than we've seen it recently, and that's saying a lot, as we know. Today, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to tell you what's going to happen in Russia, Ukraine, or Europe as a whole. There are plenty of people being rolled out to talk to you about that on the videos, on the news, in radio, even in writing. They'll help you try to make sense of that. Some are better than others, but the truth is we just don't know. So what do we do when we don't know? We get back to basics. So as we've done many times over the past few years, I want to do it again today. Over the past few weeks, these planning videos have talked about some different investment ideas. We've talked about Roth conversions, and we've talked about diversification plans. I want to review a few ideas that we've got for volatile markets. Before I give you a few ideas, I want to reiterate something to you. These videos are not tried and true investment advice to be taken without follow-up. Now, I get so frustrated when I hear a video, I read something in an advice column, or I hear something on the radio that with specific advice and timely advice. Well, why am I frustrated by that? Because the advice is usually right for some people and it's not right for other people. They don't tell you that. And just as importantly, there's usually a second part of that advice that they don't tell you either. If they tell you to buy, they're not going to call you and tell you to sell. They tell you to sell, they're not going to call you and tell you to buy. So just like that, please call me to discuss some of these ideas if you think that they may have of interest to you, and then we can determine if they're right for you. So let's get to it. First of all, think long term. And in most cases, that means you'll stay invested. We know history is clear that during these times of volatility, it's more of an opportunity that presents itself to buy than to sell. But again, we just have to see what's going on. And in 2020, we saw that window of opportunity be very, very small, the smallest we've seen ever from the bottom to recovery. So think long term. Next, dollar cost average, better known as put some money to work now and do it consistently. Like you get your paycheck monthly or twice a month, consider investing some money into the markets every month or every quarter or every year, as we've talked about. That way you'll buy when the market's down, you'll buy when the market's up. That discipline can work real well for you. Ask me to show you how that works in math. There is math behind this that shows you how you can be successful, and it may benefit you to use this plan. Now, in words of Peter Lynch, the famed money manager, know what you own and why you own it. So this is key, especially coming off of a couple of years of meme stocks and trending investments. Take some time to understand how your investments match your goals and how they fit your plan. Another idea, focus on good companies and diversify. As I mentioned just now, many of the meme stocks and the trending stocks out there never made any money. They never had a profit. So now are the times when where it might make some sense to go to good companies. Where good companies make good products, they make good profits, and they may even pay you a dividend. So it's something to look at. These usually hold up better in these markets than those companies that don't. Finally, as things change in your life, let's talk about it. I always tell you that your investment plan is based on your goals. These days, goals are changing all the time. If you have a change in your goals, let's talk about it. You may have it may be time to make some changes to your investment plan. Okay, so those are some ideas about how to handle these volatile times in the market. The key is to keep your head about you. Get back to basics and stick to your plan. So watch for Monday's market update video. It's a lot to recap from this week and into what's going to happen next week. Until then, have a great weekend.